All right, our next speaker, Brandon, is not Rebecca. Definitely not. Toastmaster Brandon Moore is here to tell us how he became a better sales manager, accountant, and overall a better human being. All thanks to having served Winter Park Toastmasters for the past 6 months as treasurer. With his aptly titled speech, "I Am Not Rebecca," please welcome Toastmaster Brandon Moore.
Thank you, Sean, and good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
So I was cruising down a highway somewhere in the state of Florida, jamming to the Goose radio station on Spotify. That's my favorite radio station. If you guys have never listened to it, it's the most excellent jams. And the communication tower on my Ford Maverick lit up. Carmelo. 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 Should I answer? What would you do? So I had a long trip, and he's a long-winded guy. I needed somebody to talk to, so I hit answer. He says, "Hey, what's up, man?" I said, "Hey." He goes, "How you doing?" I go, "I'm all right." He goes, "You sound a little bit stressed." I go, Yeah, I am." He goes, "What's up?" I go, "Well, I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to have the time to do this treasury report for the board meeting on Wednesday." He goes, "Oh, does that take you some time?" I said, "Yeah, it takes me about a day to get it done." He goes, "Oh, man." I go, "And then I'm off by $1, then I'm off by $19, and I'm not sure where I'm at. I'm going to have to call Rebecca, because I am not Rebecca." And he says, "You're not Rebecca." And I go, "I just thought that." And we both chuckled. I got a little laugh, and I felt some relief. He said, "She's got a different kind of brain, man. It's like superpowered." I go, "I know." And the treasury role reminds me of a time when I worked in an architecture firm. I was a landscape architect. I worked with architects, 2 different people. Sometimes those are similar. For me, not so much. One of the jobs I had to do that I'd never volunteered for was redrawing hand-drawn architectural drawings done by some of the architects that did not want to move over into AutoCAD. And Chris is nodding his head. I didn't want to do this, but I had to do it. So I'm drawing. I'm handing the paperwork back to the architect. They look it over. "This is wrong." I go, "No, it's not. What are you talking about? You're off by a fraction of an inch here. You're off here. My paperwork covered in red lines. I have to go back and redraw everything." No room for creativity in redrawing architectural work. So I wasn't very good at that. My brain likes creativity. How do you fit a creative brain into an Excel spreadsheet? You don't. You can't. It's very difficult. But still, here I am today, getting out of my comfort zone. And it is quite uncomfortable, I will say. But Rebecca took the time to train me on everything. She went through all the Excel spreadsheets and taught me all the entry commands. And yet still, I struggled with it. Now, for a guy like me, that's a challenge. But there's so many of you in this room that would do an incredible job at this. Let's take a young whippersnapper like Roy Shear. He's got something to prove. Wants to show everybody he could do this, right?
Right.
And I agree, he could. And there are so many in this room. We have a financial expert, Charles Huckabee. Imagine how he could take these books and what he could do with these books. They would be perfect. But I'm not going to give the role up for free. This is a valuable role. I need some financial advice, and I'll be looking to you for that. We got Gary Adams. Man, this guy, he's my evaluator today. He looks handsome as ever. He's a dog trainer. I could get some free dog training classes, and I would give up this position for that. I just need a dog. So. Or maybe some marketing advice from Jolene. That would be awesome, and she could take over the role. I'm just thinking there are so many people in this club that just want to get out there and get into this Excel spreadsheet program. But nonetheless, here I am. And it's going okay. We have money. Yeah. But I will say, sometimes we're floating on prepaid daily dues. And that can be a little scary. But we are doing well right now. Sometimes midsummer, we may need to do some sort of fundraiser. But that will be a great thing for the next treasurer to do. So I'm very excited about that. And also in this role as treasurer, for anybody out there that's poised and waiting to take this role, you're going to learn Excel. Something you may have never thought you needed to know, but it's actually a great program. Not so much on an iPad, but you also learn how to do accounting for a non-for-profit organization like Toastmasters, which is a very valuable skill. I'm planning on opening my own non-for-profit one day as an Ocean Resource Foundation for my brother who passed away in 2021. You'll also learn from an industry professional, not me, because I'm not Rebecca. You will learn from Rebecca how to do this correctly, and you will basically almost be ready to be a CPA, unless you're me. Another thing about Rebecca skill she has that I am developing, and I've learned from this role, is the ability to give criticism without zero insult. I don't know how she does it. I'm asking her to tell me the alphabet again, over and over again, and she says it to me like she never told me already. And that's an amazing thing. You'll learn people management skills. You will learn how to be a master of something that is really valuable in your day-to-day life. And also something that I never thought I was going to learn, I'm a better sales manager now, having sat in the back and passed through all that financial stuff. It just makes things easier in my regular career. Another thing, unlike Rebecca, that I have is I don't have the ability to not get flustered when I'm back there and there's too many people. She does it with a smile on her face. It's quite amazing. So I apologize to any of you whom I may have been short with. I am not sure what I'm doing, so I'm just trying to get by. The skills that I developed will stay with me for a lifetime. Unfortunately, this position cannot. I just don't want to keep it from a yearning person like Blake, who's been so wanting to take on the one role he has never taken on at Toastmasters. And he's already great at Excel. So, in conclusion, Toastmasters, Mark Shear said it takes an exquisite person to be the treasurer of this club. While I am not exquisite, you could say Rebecca is. You don't have to be Rebecca. You just have to try, and you too can excel.